the world around us, the way Mount Sinai has been projected by him, the way he has brought out the graphics of an entire Sinai Peninsula. I asked a friend of mine, a colleague of mine who has been teaching Hebrew in my university, that you have been to those places, and he gave me such a dry reply, yes, it is just an ordinary type of mountain. Perhaps we also, when we go and pass the Yamuna river, we never think that this is the river which was observed by Hazrat Nizamuddin Aulia, who lived in this very locality where this Iqbal Academy is temporarily situated. Our sensibility, when we look at, for example, when we go to Hyderabad and we see the Musi River, we take it just a simple Musi River, but we don't know that the 90-year Aurangzeb was sitting on a boat and he was laying a siege to the Golconda Fort. So that sensibility with regard to places of Islamic heritage, we don't have. But certainly Iqbal had. He was a lecturer of Arabic language, not of Persian. He didn't teach Persian for a single day, but he did teach Arabic in Cambridge University. And I'm really surprised to see that a man hailing from Punjab, by profession bar at law, a practicing lawyer, and by training a philosopher. Academically, he was a scholar of philosophy. Nonetheless, how much steeped he was in Islamic culture and Islamic civilization, and his perception and understanding of Islam is quite different from the introduction of Islam we are used to by the mullahs and the Maulvis who speak from the pulpit. It's quite different altogether. His understanding of Islam is highly civilizational and highly actual and very closer to the Islam which was preached by the Holy Prophet. And we are proud that we have a person of the stature of Iqbal in our midst. Very recently, as long way back in 1938, he passed away, but he left behind a rich legacy of Islam. So should we be apologetic about the Islam which we are practicing? Certainly not. In this poem, which has been very beautifully chosen by Sayyid Zafar Mahmood Sahab for today's discourse, is Islam of which we are proud. He talks about Islam. What is Islam? The definition of Islam is quite different. Different people have tried to define Islam in their own words. For example, Dr. Ali Shariati has defined Islam that what Islam is. And vis-a-vis Islam, or just in juxtaposition with Islam, in jinx with Islam, is kufr. What is kufr and what is Islam? Without hurting anybody's sentiments, or without glorifying Islam, or without belittling non-Islam, Shariati says that kufr is feudalism and Islam is an empire. Now imagine what is feudalism and what is empire. If I become a zamindar of Bulandshahr, and if I become the king of the east and the west, so you can understand the realm I'm enjoying, the difference between a zamindari and an empire. The empire on which then the sun never sets, So Islam is that phenomena. It's not a small phenomena in the civilizational discourse. It's an empire. Vis-a-vis Islam, the kufr about which we are discussing is just a feudalism. So the candle that stands, which has rightly been discussed by Tawheed Sahab, that it is a perishable item. If you see, what is the life of a candle? As Sham, teri umre tabi hai ek raat, haskar guzar ya ise rokar guzar. It exists only for one night. Whereas what about the stone in which there is an eternal spark? It is there forever and forever and forever. That is the beauty of Islam. It is a perennial process, an eternal process, an eternity, and it is in that spirit God says that Allahu Baqi wa min kulli fani. God is there, who is an eternal truth, and rest of them are perishing. Thank you very much.